Hi, and welcome to the Bible Tribe Word of the Day. I'm Denise Pass with Seeing Deep Ministries, where we see deep in a shallow world and overcome the battles of the mind with the Word of God. Don't make a promise you can't keep. This seems like wise counsel, but in humility we recognize that we are not capable of keeping one promise apart from the grace of God. We're reading today in the book of Judges, chapters 11 through 15, and the verse of the day is Judges 11:35. For I have opened my mouth to the Lord, and I cannot take back my vow. The word of the day is vow. It is the Hebrew word peh in verse 35, but later in verse 39 we see another Hebrew word for vow, neder. This word means to promise, an oath. Judges 11 introduces us to Jephthah, the Gileadite. He was a mighty man of valor, but he had skeletons in his closet. His mom was a prostitute, and Jephthah was shamed and fled from his brothers. But Jephthah rose to fame when his brothers were in trouble and came to him for help. Jephthah went to fight the Ammonites, and in his zeal, Jephthah uttered a vow that God never would have required. He said in Judges 11:30 and 31, and Jephthah made a vow to the Lord and said, if you will give the Ammonites into my hand, then whatever comes out from the doors of my house to meet me when I return in peace from the Ammonites shall be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. Jephthah's daughter came out of that door, and in our verse of the day, Jephthah said he could not take back his vow. Have you ever made a rash vow? Like, God, if you'll just get me out of this situation, I will fill in the blank. God is not seeking vows from us. He is seeking our heart and devotion. Matthew 5 verses 34 through 37 says, but I say to you, do not take an oath at all, either by heaven, for it is the throne of God, or by the earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great King. And do not take an oath by your head, for you cannot make one hair white or black. Let what you say be simply yes or no. Anything more than this comes from evil. Rather than making vows, we can ask God to help us to be faithful. God is not looking for good works, but just our heart. Go with God and his precious word, friends. Join us tomorrow in the book of Isaiah.